Alright, getting ready for my first World Series. Couldn't be more excited. I hope the next time I'm speaking to this camera, I'm a champion.
Good luck, Ralph. And
Thank you.
You know what? Give me something else. Give me something juicy.
I just hope I pitch good. That's all I can say.
Tell me what you said about the other team before I turned the camera on.
All respect to the other team. Why? It's no time for cameras.
No time for cameras.
Play to win the game.
Los Pollos Hermanos. Talking strategy before the game. Go.
I'm not good with the pre-game speeches, but do have confidence that we will win these 2 games, so we won't have to play after Rosh Hashanah.
Vic Shrem calling a
sweep.
sweep.
Good year.
You've heard it here. Vic Shrem calling a sweep.
Answer to him. He's on first base. He's answering to you, boy. He plays.
Don't talk to the media.
Plays the game 25 years. He doesn't have to answer to anybody. One more.
You just won Game 1 of the World Series. You're 1 game away from winning a World Series. What do you got to say, Mo Shama?
Don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing. Last year you lost in this situation. Hope you could close the door this time around.
Doesn't mean anything.
Ralph Sutton, you're 1 win away of winning the World Series in your first real full year as a pitcher in this league. Give me some insights and words of wisdom that you got.
Just gotta do the same thing. Same thing. Field, hit, play hard, pitch well. Let's win this World Series.
Do a quick interview? Isaac Norwood Dweck, you're 1 win away of winning your first World Series of your
From
career.
what I recall, last year,
And the year
this
before.
time,
And the
he
year
was up
before.
1 game to none.
Fog lights. Won the first game last year. Fog lights. Remember fog on, fog off? I don't know. We got lucky with this game, so it's all fighting.
Backs against the wall, down 1 game in the World Series. Jody, what do you got?
We have to do it, and we will do it, all right? It's just a matter of getting it together, and but they got a very hard-hitting team, and they're playing the right way. So this is just, we've been in this position before, and I think we'll prevail.
Good luck, Jody. First and third, 2 out, 1 out away of a World Series berth. Pop fly, Shama makes the catch! And the Jonas Brothers are World Series champions! The #1 seed all season long! They do what they're out to do! Unbelievable season! Ralph Sutton MVP! And the celebration begins!
#1, baby. We rule!
Isaac Dweck, Morris Shama, unreal, great playing hittery. Isaac, how does it feel to be a world champion?
To get the monkey off your back. This is a team game, and I just want to say one thing. The M&S broadcasters have been bashing our outfield from preseason towards the early season. At the end of the day, they were locked down from start to beginning, and we scored on teams with their outfield. No one scored on our outfield, and that was the difference. We have a great pitcher. Congratulations. Thank you. Great series. They gave us some free outs.
Isaac Dweck, congratulations 1 final time. Great season. We love to have you. Ball game over. World Series over. Jonas Brothers win. The Jonas Brothers win.
Yeah, it was a great ball game, John.
Oh, Susan, I tell you, hold on, let me eat my steak while I...
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You know, if the Yankees would have scored...
Anyway, welcome to M&S Post World Series. Will be our final small little show of the year.
Well,
back in our original.
The first studio we ever had.
Yes.
We had to go back to our, original stomping grounds. Truth is, we are going to do a show, Gold Glove show, a little later. That'll be posted maybe in a month from now or a few weeks from now after the holidays. But right now, we're here to recap the World Series that just transpired. I don't know about you, but I was not expecting a sweep.
Not at all. Well, the playoffs, which we really didn't go into as much, very little, both went to classic game 3s, and both were tight games. We were looking at coming into this World Series, expecting 2 low-scoring games. For the most part...
Listen, there were 2 well-played, good, well-pitched games. There were a few costly errors in both games that ended up being the difference between.
Right, well, there's 2 standout stars, and they're a big reason. I mean,
I would say there's 3 standout stars for the championship team. First of all,
yes, there's 3.
let's say congratulations to the championship team, and that's the Jonas
Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers, as Max was alluding to before, were 3 standout players, and I'll give you the honors of starting us off.
Well, they gave the MVP. The MVP went to the pitcher his sophomore year in our league. He started way back when, but he came back now, and he cemented
I believe
himself as a
real pitcher in the community. And how about this? I think his ERA for the postseason on a whole was under 2.
Now, granted, his infield defense played phenomenal. We'll
and
get
his
into
4
that.
and his 4 across outfield ended up being a
they
savior for them.
Yes,
so.
and they stepped up, but he didn't walk people, and he pitched great.
And he keeps his composure at all given times.
Yes. So Ralph Sutton.
That's the MVP of the World Series, Ralph Sutton. The next, I would say, I would even feel bad saying an honorable mention, but he might be the reason they won the World Series just as much as Ralph.
Well, one of them is defensively,
and
the
one's
other
offensive.
one is an offensive player.
Let's say defense first, and that always goes to the defensive whiz shortstop Morris Shama.
He really showed what Morris Shama could do in the field.
The legend of SpongeBob grew today to new lengths because people were questioning whether Shama, whether he
lost
really
the step, maybe.
Not lost desire.
Maybe
tonight,
a little bit.
He wanted it bad. And he made better plays than Ozzie Smith made in his
You know what it
heyday.
is? You know how good he played in the field was that he wasn't great at the plate. He ended up being on the bases a lot, pinch running and doing a lot with his legs, which he always does. But the fact that he did not have such a great day at the plate, but people walked away saying he may be MVP, shows you how amazing he was in the field.
We think he saved about 6 runs this series just by his glove alone.
Incredible. He made a couple of incredible diving plays, a couple of stops that you don't know how the ball found his glove.
And it's funny, both teams walked away saying, oh my God, Morris Shama.
Yeah, he did it. And he had a couple of those plays where even on the easy ground balls, sometimes this night league field, the hops are not the easiest of plays.
No, he makes every play.
And he makes it happen.
Also, now let's get to the hitting star of the team.
He really came
And we
through.
got to tip our cap to the consummate professionalism of Salim the Dream. Don't touch my bat. Don't look at me the wrong way, Levy.
Right.
Salim
Don't say my name.
was an animalistic hitter at the plate.
He was 12 for 18 in the series.
So usually that warrants MVP, MVP something. But Ralph Sutton had a sub-2 ERA as the pitcher. And Shama was great defensively. So if you want to give it as a three-headed monster,
he's the hitting star.
He was the hitting star. Shama was defensive star, and
Ralph was the rock.
The team that kept the team, in every game and delivered was Ralph Sutton.
Right now, we know this team. We always said, like Sammy mentioned before, their defense on the infield. They played without a short center fielder, and I would go so far as to say it actually benefited them. It let Morris go all out for plays.
And not only that, Los
Isaac
Pollos...
Dweck, Norwood, going back on all those pop-ups and stopping the ball.
Well, we really didn't see Los Pollos take advantage of the lack of short center fielder and going up the middle. A few times they did, it proved beneficial. They got some rallies going, but they couldn't take the ball up the middle. Maybe credit Ralph Sutton to that, not pitching that way.
He's also a good fielding pitcher.
Right.
So he could snag some hard ground balls as well, and he's got good range on the mound.
I would say the better team won the World Series tonight.
Well, they at least looked like the better team today. One thing I didn't like to see in the World Series that Los Pollos did do. Errors happen in softball. We know that.
But boneheadness, usually the teams... Usually the 2 teams in the World Series are the teams that are there because they're smart on the base paths, they're disciplined in the base paths. Los Pollos ran themselves out of 3 separate innings, as you'll see on the highlights.
It wasn't just one play. There was a couple of times, a couple of controversies the team had in the clubhouse after Game 1.
Bad base running.
Should have ran or shouldn't have ran.
Not smart baseball.
But yeah, there was a couple, even in the last inning, the game was far from over. 6-2, nobody out first and third.
They had the tying run on deck circle with nobody out.
Top of the order on deck, Carlos Abadi, and there was a base running blunder.
Ran themselves out of innings.
Isaac Dweck maybe lured him and made it look like he was
I don't know. He meant nothing, that runner. You're down by 4. Yeah. Either way, I don't want to rag on the losing team, but let's just tip our caps to them.
Tip them caps. Again,
Mikey once again pitched well in the World Series. His team behind him didn't do the job they usually do. Usually the defense is stellar, but
they didn't put up enough runs. You do have to hit. I mean, last year the World Series Game 3 was pretty high.
But that's a testament to Ralph Sutton. That's the reason why they won the World Series.
So again, Carlos and Mikey had a very together again a successful run. They didn't close the door this time. You can't do it every time. They had a good season. Today, they didn't come with their A game.
No, they didn't come with intensity either.
It didn't seem as though they needed that one hit or something. But again, today the better team won. It was exciting. It was fun. It was a well umpired game. Credit to Michael and Tommy.
Yeah, the crew chief. It was and Tommy did a great job. And let's just wrap it up saying congrats.
Congrats to the Jonas Brothers. We had a great season. A lot of fun.
Norwood also finally gets the monkey off his back. Hasn't won in over 15 years.
I don't know if it's that long, but it feels like that maybe. Yes, so Norwood is a World Series champion this season of 2013. We did finish on September 3rd, probably the earliest. With all the rainouts we had this season, we got the ball rolling.
Shana Tova, everybody. We love having you. Hope to see you next year. Pay in full before the league starts next year.
Oh my goodness.
Talking to you, you know who I'm talking to. And every one of you. Have a great year, everybody, and we'll see you next time for the Gold Glove Selection Show and the All-Star action. We hope to try to get it in, get both teams on board. Again, have a great night, everybody.
That's right. Enjoy. Happy holidays.
That's all, folks.